Hey guys, so like I said in my little short update today, and I'm sorry this is gonna be super late. I have literally recorded this like 10 times today, trying to get the right meld of not just being too whiny, but I can tell you why. I am super emotional because, that time of the month, I am hormonal as heck. I'm not usually this hormonal, but when they gave me metformin, they warned me, oh, well, it increases your fertility, which tells me it affects your hormones, which tells me that's probably why, since I've been really, really good at taking it, I am this hormonal. I am not usually whiny, cryy kind of thing. I'm having some allergy issues today because I decided to go for a walk this morning outside. And like even one of my friends posted a picture today of her sneakers when she went running, and they're covered in pollen. So the pollen is in full effect, and I am just like not happy with that. But it's okay. Can't do anything about it. It's just part of life, right? So I have felt very overwhelmed for the last few days, which I am sure is very related to my hormones, very related to the upcoming week, of what's to come. And I have struggled. I think I've struggled my whole life with like OCD and needing to know what's going on, having control of situations. And I always tell people, someday I plan to be spontaneous. And everybody laughs, but I'm like super serious. I would love to be spontaneous. But when I try to be spontaneous, I get super worried that everything's going to go wrong, and then I can't do it. Like I have literally canceled, like we've been like on a Friday night, my husband will be like, hey, you want to go do this tomorrow? Yeah, let's go do that tomorrow. And then we get ready to go, and I'm like, I can't do it. And I'm like, everything just starts going wrong. I can't get, nothing fits right. Nothing, like I just can't get out of my own way. And sometimes I force myself to go, but then I'm stressed out the whole time, and I don't enjoy it as much as I would have. So I try to have like things that I might do this weekend. And I don't know if it's because I have OCD or because I raised a son with Asperger's. And so I always had to tell him, well, we might do this tomorrow, we might do that tomorrow, just so that he wasn't taken off guard if we had to go to like Walmart or something like that. Like, and running to the store, something doesn't really frustrate me because before we go to the store, I'll make a list of what we need and then we go. So there's a planning portion to going to the store. But if we were just like to head out with no plan, I think I'd be a wreck. And I think it's just because I got into a cycle of always preparing my son for what was coming up in the future, always knowing what was going to happen, having this schedule that was really diligent. And now that he doesn't need that anymore, I think it's just a habit for me. And so when you have somebody who has OCD and then has to get into a really scheduled type of lifestyle because they're a child, I think it's really hard to break that. So needless to say, I'm just like, well, it is what it is. What am I going to do about it? It's nothing I can do. And there's got to be something I can do. And I'm going to work on finding that out. And I've been pretty good at kind of sometimes going with the flow. But just right now, being hormonal, not so great. My husband left for work this morning. I did my first video. And then I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll have a smoothie and then this other thing. And so I had a smoothie, and then after I finished my smoothie, I decided to step on the scale to see where I was at. And I really need to stick to only stepping on the scale like on Thursday or Friday. Granted, I don't know if it'll help me this week, but even though I was a little bit emotional yesterday, I thought I was just, you just have those days where you're just over things. So I thought maybe I was just done with just certain things, like getting frustrated over things that I needed to have done that weren't getting done. And I really kind of was turning on myself, like, well, you're just being over dramatic because you've got all these lists of things to do, but you've got to understand that your husband's working 10, 12-hour days, and he's tired and he needs to rest too, so you need to calm down. Like, that's what I was explaining to myself was going on. Until this morning. Now, I knew it was the end of the month. I know it's about time to have issues, if you know what I mean. And so I know I'm bloated. I can feel I'm bloated in so many ways. But in other ways, I totally feel like I've lost weight. Like my back, if that's a thing, like when I like move my shoulders and my back, it feels, I can't explain it. If you've never been overweight and lost weight, maybe you won't understand. Maybe you have and you never had this happen. But when I like do like something like this and I like stretch my shoulders back, I feel less fat around my shoulder blades, if that makes sense. It just feels more open, maybe? I don't know. And down my sides, there is, my arms go closer to my sides now. Which I feel distinctly because I'm so used to having my arms like here because I had so much fat, and now they go here. Like when I put my arms down, that's where they go, and so I know. And when I touch my sides, there's less fat. So I'm like, okay, well, my sides are going down, so I know I've lost some weight. And I'm thinking, I'm like, yeah, this is good. This is all a good thing. But my stomach was feeling just really bloated this morning. And I was thinking, well, maybe it's the food I've been eating. And I'm like, but I've been eating super healthy. Like no oils, no fats, like, maybe like natural fats, like in the chicken and stuff like that. But, last night we had the chicken burger with no bun and a salad. Like, how much healthier can you get than that? And all I drink is water and a little bit of juice. Like 1 cup of juice, the rest is water. So I'm like, what is going on? Because I stepped on the scale and said I gained 1.2 pounds and I was a wreck. Now, right in that moment, I was super emotional and super overwhelmed because there's so much stuff going on. My son moving home and everything that happened last weekend and my daughter being sick the week before. And there's been so much happening. And there's other stuff going on. Like we're trying to get back into foster care. And it's just, yeah. And so it's like, I don't like feeling in limbo on things. Like I like to know what's happening, but at the same token, I don't like a lot of things happening at once. I can get overwhelmed real easy, which never used to be me. But once I got PTSD and started really having more and more symptoms, like really a lot of symptoms, like right when I got diagnosed, I noticed that I got overwhelmed more easily. So it's something I consciously have to work on. And I consciously tell myself that everything's going to be okay. Because I think my OCD and my PTSD kind of work off of each other sometimes. So I'm definitely OCD from when I was growing up. When I didn't feel like I had any control in my life. When I felt like, overall, I didn't have a say in what happened to me. And so I know it's when I got OCD. Plus, when I was being raised, everything had a place. Everything had a way to do it. And that's the way you did it. So I've tried to not be that way, but I know in some ways I am, even though I try not to. So there's all of that going on, just as a general day-to-day thing. And then you add other things, like just the foster care thing, trying to get back into foster care, my son moving home, worrying about that change, worrying about the fact that my daughter is a half world away, and I can't get to her when she's sick. And as a mom, if you have kids, you understand it's hard when your child is sick and you can't help them. It's harder when they're halfway across the world. And, consciously that even if you were to spend like $2,000 on a plane flight, you wouldn't be there for 20 something hours. So they're probably better by the time you get there. So it's really pointless. And I mean, she's got a boyfriend there helping her. So I mean, it's that, but it's a real helpless feeling as a mom, even though she's grown. They're always going to be your kid. And if you are a kid and your mom is always up bothering you and stuff, like, that's why. You're always going to be our kid. We're always going to worry. Whether you want to or not. Trust me. I would love to be like, I know she's got this. I know she's smart. I know she's capable. It's just when she's sick, my mom's instinct will kick in. So anyhow, I'm just trying to get everything organized in my house because we had to reorganize everything. And then, of course, we're switching everything to paleo. We've moved a lot of stuff out. My pantry's not set up the way I want it right now. And just silly little things like that are just, right now, today, driving me insane. And I know it's hormones. Like, I consciously am saying to myself, this is not a rational thought. This is totally hormonal. Let it go. And like I said, I stepped on the scale this morning. I said I gained 1.2 pounds. I was flipping out because all I've done is eat healthy and work out. And I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I was flipping out. And then I had to think to myself, okay, if this is hormonal, you bloat like a crazy person every month. Like, when I was skinny, before I ever got fat, when I was thin, when I would bloat, there were times I would look pregnant because I would bloat that much. Like, this girl can gain 10 pounds of bloating without a problem. So I know my body is crazy when it bloats. So I'm like, you know what? I need to not step on the scale until a week from Thursday because obviously I'm bloated. obviously, could I have hit the point where I've lost so much weight so fast my body's kind of like, whoa, slow down? Absolutely. You add bloating to that, my body is going to look like, it's gained a little bit of weight. Now, 1.2 pounds, if it's bloating, is not a big deal and is nothing to worry about because I'm going to lose more than that when that bloating goes away. And I know that for a fact because I know how my body works. I remember one time, 4 days after I started, I was 6 pounds lighter. And I literally was eating just regular food at that point. I was not working out. I was not doing anything. So obviously, my body has issues when I've got extra hormones. And so I just have to keep using that same phrasing in my head. Like, is this the truth? Is this real? Do I believe it? Just keep asking myself those questions on things because I have to separate my emotional hormonal brain right now from reality. Like, I had to say, okay, that's hormones. Hormonal person, you go over there. Rational human is going to deal with this. And so that's what I'm going to try to do because I can't keep doing it like this. Like, it's not smart. It's not good for me. So, yeah, I'm overwhelmed today. I am hoping that the hormones go away when everything else starts working because I don't like them. They are not my friend. They make me crazy. And I had some things I wanted to do today after my husband got off work, and I'm like, nope, not today. It is not a good day for me to encounter the general public because I will end up crying over something stupid that I shouldn't cry over, and it'll be dumb. So I'm just going to stay at home, organize my pantry the way I want it, maybe set up my desk area so I can start teaching English online, hopefully, and, just take a breath. So y'all have a great day. See you tomorrow. Bye.